Y'all, welcome officially to my YouTube channel. It's your girl, Stacie Jae. I'm so excited to have y'all here. Thank you for even taking the time to stop by and check me out. Hopefully you like what you see. Hopefully when I start posting on my other videos, you really like what you see and tell your friends, tell your mama, tell your cousins, and your boo too. Tell them to go ahead and click and like and subscribe and all that jazz as well, all right? So thank y'all so much for stopping by. Let's go ahead and get into it. It's your girl, Stacie Jae. Since this is officially the start of my YouTube channel, I wanted to go ahead and start with a get to know me tag video so that you guys can go ahead and get to ask me some questions. And what better way to start off a YouTube channel than getting to know who it is you're actually going to be watching. I'm excited to answer some of these questions so you can get a little peek into me. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and get started. The first question that I have is, how old are you? I am 34. I was born March 31st, 1986. Yep, your girl's an Aries. And proud, okay? I'll be rocking my little ram horns. Thank you very much. So I'm 34 years young. I don't know why I said old because I don't ever feel like I'm old. So 34 years young. That is me. Where are you from? Alrighty, so this question for me is actually a little bit like nerve-wracking because I am a military kid. Right, so those of you who are military kids or military brats, you already know where this is going. So from the time that I was born, literally until about 18 when I decided to move out of my mom's house and going to the military myself, my mom got stationed new assignments every 4 years. So we literally moved every 4 years because my mom was in the Air Force. She did 21 years. And so we traveled with her. And we've been overseas. We lived stateside. It was an amazing experience, but I've literally lived everywhere. So from the time that I was born, which was March 31st, 1986, in Langley Air Force Base, Virginia. We moved from there to Germany, Ramstein Air Force Base, where my brother was born, and then we moved from Germany to South Carolina. I believe that's Sumter Air Force Base. And then from Sumter, we went to Incirlik Air Force Base, which is in Turkey. From there, we went to Yokota Air Force Base, which was in Japan. We did a tour there, left to go to Little Rock Air Force Base, which is in Arkansas. And then from there, we went back to Yokota Air Force Base in Japan. And then in between there, I spent a year in California. But that was only a year, but I ended up back in Japan with my mom. And then from Japan, I went to, where did we go after Japan the second time? Oh, because mom was about to retire. That's right. So we went to New Jersey, which was McGuire Air Force Base. And then from there, that is where I joined the military myself. And then I got stationed in Keesler, which is in Mississippi. Then I went to Texas, then I went to Montana, then back to Texas. Then I moved back to Georgia, and now I'm living in Las Vegas. So I've been everywhere. So when people ask me where I'm from, that's what I say. But originally my mother is from Atlanta, Georgia. She was born and raised. She's a Grady baby. She went to Brown High. And so I really claim Atlanta as my hometown, but it's not really where I'm from because I did not grow up there. So all my family's there. My mom still lives there. But you know, I'm from the world. There we go. How tall are you? Wow, y'all want to know that? Okay, I am 5'5". So when I decided to sign up for the military, they measure you and they literally are like very particular, very precise, and they did not give me 5'6" because I guess I'm not 5'6". I'm 5'5". So I'm 1/4 of an inch from being 5'6". So I'm fairly tall for a woman, and I'm okay with that. What is your favorite food? Okay, so I have 3 things that are just like my absolute go-tos no matter what. So I definitely like Japanese food. As y'all know, I've spent total about 8 years there as a kid, and so I grew accustomed to their cuisine, and I absolutely love Japanese food and sushi and yakisoba and gyoza and all that fun stuff. So Japanese food is probably my number 1. My second would probably be Mexican food because I've never met a taco I did not like or a margarita that I did not want to drink. So Mexican is definitely my favorite, second favorite. And then my last, of course, I can eat these all day, every day, and that is the legs of them crabs, especially them snow crabs. I'll do a king crab, but ain't nothing like a snow crab leg. Y'all hear me? Okay, they just so juicy and succulent, and I don't like it when places overcook them. So as long as you're not overcooking my crab legs, I like a little bit of broccoli, a little bit of potato, a little bit of corn with my crab legs too. Okay, just so y'all know. Oh, in Atlanta, shout out to the juicy crab. So in Atlanta, the juicy crab is like amazing. And here in Vegas, we have hot and juicy crawfish, which is also equally amazing. So those are my favorite seafood spots to go to when I'm back home in Atlanta. What is your favorite color? Okay, I have two. And one of them is technically not a color, but I don't care. I'm screaming it from the rooftops. So you wouldn't be able to tell because I have all this turquoise, this beautiful turquoise blue on. But my favorite color is pink. I love pink. I'm such a girl. It's so annoying, I know. And bling. Bling is not a color. I feel like it should be. I'm actually going to petition for bling to be a color because Lil Wayne knew what he was doing when he wrote that song, Bling, Bling, ayy. Because I love it. If it sparkles, I want it. If it shines, give it to me. I don't care if it's a rhinestone, real. I would prefer it to be real, amen? Okay? But until I get that boo in my life who'll be buying me those real diamonds, I'll stick with those cubic zirconias for now, okay? But I love bling. Bling is like my absolute favorite. What is your favorite show? So I have two that I really like. I have several shows that I really like to watch, but I really enjoy watching Grace and Frankie on Netflix. Super funny, super relatable, hilarious. Jane Fonda is absolutely a riot in that show. So if you get a chance, and there are about, I think we're at about like the 4th season or the 5th season, so there's a lot of episodes to watch if you've never seen it before. So hop on Netflix, you got time, we stuck in the house anyway, go ahead and check it out. My second favorite show right now that is on would probably be Insecure. I love Issa Rae. She literally can do no wrong. She's absolutely beautiful. She's for the culture. She's natural. And I just love her. She's absolutely hilarious. Again, another show. As you can tell, I like comedies. I love to laugh. That is another big thing for me. So anything that's entertaining is going to make me laugh. I'm going to be down. So just a couple of quick shows that I can think that comes to mind right now. Modern Family. Love Modern Family. Blackish. Love Blackish. Love Grownish. I think they're all just absolutely amazing shows. So yeah, those are my favorite shows. Favorite movie. Okay. So I have to preface this by saying I'm really a documentary head. I love watching documentaries. So my favorite documentaries right now are on YouTube. You guessed it. It's called Blackfish. It's about the whales in SeaWorld. I literally watched that documentary like a gazillion times. I don't know why I'm so like just entranced by that video or that documentary, but it's amazing. It's so good. If you get a chance, watch it. Another really good one that's on Netflix is The Black Godfather, and I literally just recommended this to my friend today. So definitely check it out. It's so amazing. Like, I don't want to give too much away, but just watch it. It's good, okay? Another one, or actually, so that's the documentaries that I really like. So actual movies that are my favorite would be hands down The Italian Job. I absolutely love that movie. And what qualifies a favorite movie to me is a movie that I can watch over and over and over and over and over again and literally not get tired of it. So Italian Job is a movie that I can definitely watch over and over again and not get tired of it. And also Ever After with Drew Barrymore. I love that movie. I love a love story. You know, and it's really loosely based on Cinderella. And so it's just a fairy tale about love, and it's based in France, and it's just amazing, and it's so good. So if you get a chance, I mean, that movie is like really old, so if you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. I mean, I don't think it's on Netflix because I look for it all the time. So check it out, I guess on the other different movie channels, but you should be able to find it. It's Ever After with Drew Barrymore. What is your biggest pet peeve? Yikes. Okay, so one of the ones that immediately comes to mind is when people are talking with their mouth full and they're chewing food. I think that is just disgusting. It literally makes me gag. And so there's a lot of times when I'll be in a group setting and people will do that, and I'll look down and I'll just stay looking down eating my food, because if I look up and see chewed up food in your mouth, I'm going to want to throw up, okay? So just side note, if you're ever around me and you're chewing with your mouth open, just know that I'm not looking at you, okay? Another pet peeve of mine is when men ask women out on dates and then don't plan the date. I've been in a situation, I don't know if it's an Atlanta thing or what, but guys will ask you out and then expect you to come up with everything. So what you want to do, where you want to go, what, and I understand it's being considerate, but my thing is you asked me out. So I feel like you should be figuring out, and because especially me, I'm somebody that goes with the flow and I'm so easygoing. So yeah, if you're a man and you asking ladies out on these here dates or you wanting to spend time with her, don't make her figure it out, and don't do a Netflix and chill on the first date. I think that is just tacky and wrong and just ugh. So don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. And girls, don't be with a guy that is that guy. Okay? Just a little bit of advice from me to you. Just saying, okay? Not that, I do know. I've been in that experience and it's just horrible and it's awkward because now you gotta let them know like I'm not down with this and yeah, whatever. What advice would you give to your younger self? Whoa, that's a great question. The biggest advice I think, if I could go back in time and talk to her, would be to be aware of your traumas and talk to somebody about them and work through those, because a lot of times you don't realize that traumas affect big traumas and little traumas, small traumas too, affect how you interact with people and affects how your actual DNA, your makeup, and it can change you from being an amazing, lovely person to somebody who's angry or mean or cut off or guarded or whatever the case may be. So my advice to my younger self would be, as soon as you're aware of a trauma that you have, go seek help for that, whether that be talk to a pastor or talk to a therapist, but definitely get help for that so that you can lead an amazing and productive life. So that's what I would tell my younger self. And when I say younger, I mean like 18. So that's what I would tell my younger self. What is the biggest struggle you've overcome? Wow, that's another great question. So there's a couple, and I want to save some of those for some videos that I have later on for you guys. But one of the main ones that come to mind is communication. I think one of the biggest issues that I've had in my adult life is learning how to effectively communicate with the people that I love and care about. Strangers, I had no problem because, there was really nothing invested. So I would say what I say. If you didn't like it, I didn't care, because 9 times out of 10 you wouldn't see me again, But when it came to the people that I love and care about, I would find it a little bit difficult to express how I was feeling, because I didn't want to rock the boat or start anything or really prep or start a confrontation. I wanted to avoid it at all costs. So for me, when it came to the people that I loved, I had a difficult time. So I would either go all in with communication or I wouldn't say anything at all. And both are wrong. And when I say all in, like negatively, like I would do it the wrong way and be really loud and angry and just not the right way you want to communicate. So definitely, and then I would have the other extreme of that, which is not saying anything at all, which is even worse. Stonewalling is probably the worst thing that you can do. That is the worst form of communicating, is when somebody's mad, oh, I'm just not going to talk to you. That's so stupid. So once I figured out how to communicate effectively, getting my point across, not being rude about it, but letting my point be heard, and then in turn hearing the other person's point or their point of view, and then coming to a compromise or coming to a resolution. That is really the healthiest way to be. And so that was probably one of the biggest struggles, I guess, that I've overcome, is learning how to effectively communicate. But I've mastered it now, and I could talk all day long, okay? So that's how I feel about that. You guys, how awesome was that? Oh my God, I loved your questions. They were absolutely amazing. I hope that gave you a little peek into who I am, a little bit of my personality. I don't know, maybe you love it, maybe you don't. Either way, I don't care. I want you to. I hope that gave y'all a little bit of insight into me. I hope you've gotten to know me a little bit better than before watching this video. If you have any additional questions or comments, please put them in the comments below. I would love to interact with you guys. If you have any ideas for any future videos, also put those in the comments below, because I am open and willing. I want this to be an amazing experience, an enjoyable experience when y'all come to my channel, because I just want y'all to have a good time. I love to laugh. I love to have a good time, but I also have have some great advice and maybe some things we can talk about, some real stuff, you know what I'm saying? So just, it was a pleasure having you guys here. It was a pleasure sharing everything with you guys. I hope y'all enjoy it. Again, please do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I hope to see y'all back here very, very soon. So y'all have an amazing night. Goodbye.